participated in our orientation program is also here. Glad to see that. So this is a brief presentation on Safety Club. It is a club that we are envisioning for the girls and women. Go to the next slide. Sir. What is our dream? So every initiative that we start off, we always have a bigger dream. And we dream of safety club in each and every colleges across the nation. That's the dream we have. Next slide please. Now coming to Telangana state. Under the leadership of Ms. Swati Lakra, she thought of making the state a safer place for girls and women. And who better than you can make sure that each one of us are safe and healthy, and we are living in an environment we feel safe. So, our goal is to reach out to this many colleges across Telangana state. Why we thought of coming up with safety clubs? For anything that we start, there is a relevant data that talks a lot. When we thought of coming up with safety clubs, we also looked at the data, and we did a study in 2018, and the data says 47% of girls, they feel unsafe in public space. 60% of girls, they get scared due to the inadequate light in public space. And 1 of 5 parents, they think it's better to get our daughters married than to be making them feel unsafe. So, congratulations, all 5 colleges are here. Let's give a round of applause to all 5 colleges. Indra Priyadarshini, Badruka, Aurora College, Shreya's Institutions of Engineering and Technology, and Jagruti Degree College. All 5 of you are in pilot phase. Congratulations once again. Next. So, what are we going to do that? Safety clubs, each college will have 45 safety club members. And students over here, don't think that when we say 45 from each college, doesn't mean we do not have any role to play. We all are players, and we are going to make these safety clubs workable in our college as well as in our neighborhood. So, we are going to start this program where all of you, whosoever is interested to participate, to become a member of Safety Club, can come forward and join the group. So, in 5 colleges, at the pilot phase, we will have 225 volunteers every year. Next. What is the safety club members they have to do? How many of you believe that you are a change maker? Yes, we all are change maker in our ways. How many of you believe you are a leader? Students who are coming, kindly come on the right side. There is enough space and there are extra chairs. Please take one chair each and be comfortable. So we all are leaders. Yes? And we are going to lead our life, and of course the Public Safety Club is going to give us a platform where not only just to lead our life but also ensure that the girls and women in our society feel safe and protected. Next. So it's not just only you. The college management is also with us in this initiative, and our sincere gratitude to all our college management for making this happen. Without your support, we wouldn't be here today in such a big numbers. So once again, we thank you for your active participation and being part of this pilot project. So college management is going to be with us. They are going to handhold and support us in terms of how we have to take this safety club forward within the institution and also in our neighborhoods. So these are some of the rewards and recognitions. Leaders, though, as you rightly said, we all are leaders. We don't believe in rewards and recognitions, but the department thought of it that we must acknowledge the hard work and efforts that you are going to put in. So these are some of the rewards and recognitions we have come up with. That include certificate, trophies, badges, which will be provided to each and every safety club members, provided they do certain responsibilities and the job assigned by the safety club members. Next. Forward. So students, at the end, what we are trying to do, there are systems available, there are issues happening. During our orientation program, we reached out to you and you came up with a lot of challenges that is still there, like eve teasing, harassment, substance abuse, lot of other things to name. So what is it that we are finding it difficult? Somewhere systems are there. At the same time, our challenges are also exist in community. So what we are trying to bridge the gap between the system and students like you who face any challenges. That's where we are bridging the gap. So here are some of the pictures. I'm sure you'll be able to recognize when we came to your college. We had so many of you took part in it and also shared your challenges, your issues. So we reached out to Aurora College, Vadruka College, the next, Indra Priyadarshini, Jagruti, and Shreya's Engineering College. So we reached out to each and every college so that you understand before even you are applying for the membership. Next. So this is, I think it's a new for you. Now what is next? What are we going to do? You all have got the application form. Now So today is a day we are launching the pilot project. And from tomorrow onwards, we are going to reach out to you, identify those 45 safety club members and support you with resource materials and also build your capacity so that we continue with our actions. Next. So here we are ending the presentation. So we have our chief guest here. So may I now request our guest, a warm welcome to our chief guest, Dr. Andrew Fleming. We are honored to have you and your presence here. Thank you so much for cheering and motivating us. To begin with, we start with the lighting up lamp. So may I request, ma'am, let's start. Okay. So, Mr. Saeed, who has come up with e-learning course, and he will give a brief presentation on how this app could be beneficial to us.
Very good morning to one and all. His Excellency Andrew Fleming sir, Madam Swati Labragar, DSP and other distinguished guests on the dais. So I am here to explain about the e-learning program that we have recently launched for cybercrimes awareness and street sexual harassment. You might have seen a standee like this outside. So there is a barcode displayed on that standee. So when you scan your phone on that barcode, you will be directly going to a login page wherein everyone can enroll into the e-learning programs. So these are the two e-learning programs that we have launched. One is about the street sexual harassment and the other one is cyber crimes awareness. So what are these programs all about? So these programs, these are basically web applications. You can directly give your username and a password and then you will be directly enrolled into the courses. So these are online courses. You can take it as per your convenience. These are about 15 to 20 minutes of duration of time. So once you complete these e-learning courses, you will be displayed 10 questions which are again from this e-learning course. So out of these 10 questions, if you answer any 8 on 10 correct, you will be issued an online certificate that is endorsed by the Telangana State Police. So this is how it would come in. So street sexual harassment and cyber crimes awareness. These two courses will give you an overview, a 360-degree overview of how do you deal with a crime. So what constitutes a crime, and even the sly of a whistle is considered as a crime. So it is beneficial for both boys and girls, for girls to understand how to report, when to report and what are the different scenarios that come in. So I would request each and every one of you to please get enrolled into this course. So you might have got the booklet. So even in that booklet the link of the e-learning course is mentioned. So please enroll it for free. And then once you sign up, as I said, okay, on the dashboard you will see 2 links out there. One for the cyber crimes, the other one for the street sexual harassment. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, there is a helpline number on that. So please feel free to call on that number and then get more information. Thank you.
Thank you, Sai. ఈరోజు ఇక్కడ హాజరైన స్టూడెంట్ కమ్యూనిటీ ఆఫ్ 5 కాలేజెస్ ఆఫ్ హైదరాబాద్ సిటీ అందరికీ కూడా తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర పోలీస్ ఉమెన్ సేఫ్టీ వింగ్ తరఫున శుభోదయం. And on all your behalf, I today heartily welcome Dr. Andrew Fleming the British High Commissioner present in Hyderabad, and our beloved IGP Women Safety, Srimati Swati Lakra, and of course myself, Sumati, DIG of Police, Women Safety in Hyderabad. I also request the presence of Mr. Vikas from Save the Child.
Yeah.
I also request Mr. Ajay, founder Lead Life Foundation, a youngster among you. I also request Dr. M. B. Seshukumari, Director SCERT. I also request Dr. Manjulata, Joint Director, Commissioner of College Education, to be on the stage. I take immense pleasure as well as I feel happy to have got a chance to conduct this particular session. యాక్చువల్లీ నేను తెలుగులో మాట్లాడాలనుకున్నాను, కాకపోతే ఇక్కడ ఆండ్రూ ఫ్లెమింగ్ గారికి తెలుగు రాదు కాబట్టి ఇనిషియలీ ఐ విల్ డూ ద ఇంట్రడక్షన్ ఇన్ ఇంగ్లీష్ ఫాలోడ్ బై ల్యాంప్ లైటింగ్. ఈరోజు ఇందాక మీకందరికీ ఇచ్చిన ఒక ప్రజెంటేషన్ ఆధారంగా తెలిసిన చిన్న విషయం ఏంటంటే, మనందరికీ తెలుసు రాష్ట్రంలో రీసెంట్గా జరిగిన ఎన్నో సంఘటనలు, ముఖ్యంగా హైదరాబాద్లో జరిగిన ఒక సంఘటన, ఇదే కాకుండా 2014లో తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర ఆవిర్భావం తర్వాత ఉమెన్ అండ్ చైల్డ్ సేఫ్టీ has been one of the most priority subjects for the government for various reasons. One is the women in Telangana, for that matter the entire country is advancing so much that women have started, there's a lot of increase in percentage of women who are not just getting literate but also who are getting educated and coming into various streams of employment as well as leadership. అయితే దీని పర్యవసానం ఏమిటంటే, మన ఇంట్లో ఉన్న అమ్మాయిలు, మన అమ్మలు కావచ్చు, అక్కలు కావచ్చు, చెల్లెళ్ళు కావచ్చు, లేకపోతే మన ఇమ్మీడియట్ నేబర్హుడ్లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళు కావచ్చు, ద ఫ్యాక్ట్ దట్ దే హ్యావ్ స్టార్టెడ్ కమింగ్ అవుట్ ఇన్ ఎ బిగ్ వే. దట్ ఈస్ వేర్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ దట్ సేఫ్టీ ఆఫ్ విమెన్ అండ్ చిల్డ్రన్ హూ ఆర్ అమంగ్ us becomes a very important and a priority subject not only to the state but to the entire society. And this is well understood by the student community better than any other persons in the society. అయితే 2014లో తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం వచ్చిన తర్వాత మనం ఇంత పెద్ద ఎత్తున ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ విమెన్కి తీసుకొస్తున్నాము. మన పక్కన మనతో పాటు ఈక్వల్గా విమెన్ వర్క్ చేస్తున్నారు. మరి వీళ్ళ సేఫ్టీ ఎలా ఎన్షూర్ చేయాలి అంటే, మీలాంటి స్టూడెంట్ కమ్యూనిటీ నుంచి, తర్వాత ఎంతోమంది ఆలోచనల నుంచి పుట్టినది షీ టీమ్స్ అనే ఒక కొత్త కాన్సెప్ట్. ఆ కాన్సెప్ట్ మీకు అందరికీ కూడా తెలుసు, కొత్తగా పరిచయం చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. దాంట్లో మీరెవ్వరు కూడా కంప్లైంట్ చేయదలుచుకుంటే ఏ పోలీస్ స్టేషన్కి కూడా వెళ్ళవలసిన అవసరం లేదు. యూ కెన్ డైరెక్ట్ స్ట్రైట్ అవే put on WhatsApp or mail or ring up to a particular number to say that I have a particular problem. The she team is there and they will do their job. So there is no contact or minimal contact with the police station, if at all, if you want to address any issue. So this has made she teams very popular. And second thing is, once an issue is given by a woman or a man about a particular issue, then it is properly made to be evidence based. అంటే ఒక వారం రోజులు 10 రోజులు నిజంగా అక్కడ పని జరుగుతుందా లేదా అన్న దానికి ఎవిడెన్స్ క్రియేట్ చేసి తర్వాతనే పోలీస్ విల్ బి ఇన్ టు ద యాక్షన్. So, she teams has been so popularly accepted not only in the state of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, but almost 8 to 10 states now have adopted the concept of she teams in different forms. అయితే మనం ఇదే అంటే ఇదంతా కూడా ఎందుకు సక్సెస్ అయింది అంటే, ఒక అబ్బాయి వచ్చి ఒక అమ్మాయిని టీజ్ చేయడమో, ఒక మధ్య వయస్కులు వచ్చి ఒక అమ్మాయిని టీజ్ చేయడమో, ఒక చదువుకునే అమ్మాయినో, లేకపోతే ఇంట్లో ఉన్న అమ్మాయినో, లేకపోతే ఒక హోమ్ మేకర్నో ఒకవేళ సతాయించడానికి ప్రయత్నం చేస్తే మనం ఎప్పుడు కూడా వాళ్ళని ఒక క్రిమినల్స్ గానో, క్రిమినల్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు గానో తీసుకోవడం జరగలేదు. దే వర్ స్టార్టెడ్, దే వర్ మేడ్ టు కమ్ అండ్ దెన్ కౌన్సిల్. ఆ కౌన్సిలింగ్ ఈజ్ సంథింగ్ విచ్ హెస్ మేడ్ షీ టీమ్స్ ఎ బిగ్ సక్సెస్. Because the underlying concept is nobody has a criminal bent of mind. Maybe because of age, because of the people around and the immediate surroundings, we tend to do certain things and which can be corrected by proper counseling. So all of you, do you accept that she teams are a success for us? What is the access of she teams to all of you? Do you know what is the she team number of Hyderabad at least? Do you know what is the state she team number? I think you all should say along with me the state she team number. 9441 669988. I repeat, you have to repeat with me. 9441 669988. And it should be registered on all your phones today. దీనిలో ప్రత్యేకత ఏమిటంటే ఒక రాష్ట్రం ఒకటే నంబర్. సో ఈ నంబర్కి మనము వాట్సాప్లో ఏదైనా మెసేజ్ కానీ వాయిస్, వీడియో ఆర్ టెక్స్ట్ మెసేజ్ పంపించి మీరు మారుమూల ఆసిఫాబాద్లో ఏదైనా ఇష్యూ ఉన్నా కూడా దిస్ నంబర్ విల్ రీచ్ ద షీ టీమ్ ఆఫ్ ఆసిఫాబాద్. సో అండ్ 360 degrees monitoring will be done about the action being taken. You might not be knowing about Asifabad she team number, so but you should know one number for the entire state, that is 9441 669988. సో దీనితో ముందుకు వెళ్ళి ఇంకొకటి అంటే ఇక్కడున్న అబ్బాయిలు కూడా గుర్తించాలి. మనము when you go in the mid of the night or when you go out, you are never afraid or your parents are never afraid. But if there is a sister to you, if there is a mother to you, or if there is a friend to you who is a girl or your own well-wisher, you are definitely concerned about sending her outside after a certain time. The reason is not because the entire society is unsafe or situation is unsafe. We don't have confidence on ourselves. Am I true? So to develop that kind of confidence and build a culture among ourselves to respect women, today is the starting day for it. That is to make the safety a culture in the entire state of Telangana. Government has come up or is coming up with a GO, gazetted order, for the formation of public safety clubs. DGP is very shortly about to send a proposal for the formation of public safety clubs in all government aided high schools, colleges and universities in the state of Telangana, only in order to create awareness and bring ownership for various issues relating to public safety. ఈ పబ్లిక్ సేఫ్టీ ఎలా తీసుకొని రావాలని మేము అనుకున్నామంటే by putting up an order where public safety clubs are created in each and every educational institution. And today we are lucky, all the 5 colleges who are here are lucky because the pilot is being started in your colleges even before the GO is about to come. So this launch of public safety clubs, we are taking forward before none other than the British High Commissioner Mr. Andrew Fleming, Mrs. Swati Lakra, IGP Women Safety, as well as all other, especially the in charges of all the 5 colleges. Save the Child, a reputed NGO who has been working for the children for the past 100 years in this country, as well as our very energetic, as well as, what should I say, those who are looking forward to establish this in your own colleges, that is the youngsters. You are most welcome now. I request all the guests to join for the lighting of the lamp.
I request officials from Women Safety Wing, all the officers,
to officially welcome the guests.
please.
అయితే అందరూ ఇక్కడ ఉన్న వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా లిటిల్ ఇంట్రడక్షన్ అబౌట్ వై వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ అబౌట్ విత్ దిస్ పబ్లిక్ సేఫ్టీ క్లబ్స్, వాట్ వీ ఇంటెండ్ టు డూ విత్ దిస్, అండ్ హౌ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు bring about a culture change in the state of Telangana with respect to the culture which already exists in this part of the country. I would just try to tell you very briefly. The government of Telangana, after careful examination, is about to put up a proposal from the DGP of Telangana for the formation of public safety clubs in all the institutions. These are formed for women's safety and children's safety, traffic and road safety, and general public safety. Main focus will be on changing the mindset of the students towards various issues. The aim of these clubs will be to improve the knowledge and skills in tackling the situations which you face every day, today as well as in future, and to develop you as young ambassadors for the state and for the country to take up for the cause of each individual and each issue with respect to safety. And the objectives of this club, we intend to attain this way. Telangana public safety clubs will mainly function in the following areas. Number one will be women and child safety. Next, it will be traffic and road safety and public safety and security in general. I want all the students to listen to the objectives of the club which we are about to start today. Among these three clubs, today with these 5 colleges, we will be starting or initiating as a pilot the safety clubs for women and children for all these 5 institutions. నిన్నంతా మీరు పేపర్లో చూసారో లేదో, whether you have seen on internet, a 9-year-old kid from Shillong, she has come up with an app called anti-bullying app. Have you seen it? She has created it for herself, which Google is going to take and put it on the Google Play Store. Can you imagine the kind of imagination, the kind of creativity, as well as the kind of passion the girl has? She said, all through my childhood, right from class 1, I have been bullied by various people in the school. I thought I am not able to deal with it by myself, and my parents are not able to deal with what I am trying to tell because they cannot come and walk into the educational institution. She thought, let me try out based on what I play on the Google, a small app with which I can reach out to my teachers, with which I can reach out to various stakeholders. And she herself has come out with this particular app which Google is interested to take on and put on the Google Play Store. So with these public safety clubs, do you think that there is a necessity for the formation of a safety club for women and children? All boys should say. Do you think yes? So the objective will be, this initiative we intend to bring about the ownership among you for the public safety and transform you into active stakeholders with respect to safety of the state. With this, we want to create an awareness among you on the aspects pertaining to cybercrime and cyberbullying. We also want to create awareness among the student community on the pros and cons of technology, digital media and its interconnectedness to the public safety with a specific focus on women and children. We want to promote a culture called the law-abiding culture among the student community. Are you with us? We want to provide an opportunity to the students to familiarize with the public safety education, especially promoting the women's safety, children's safety, traffic as well as the road safety. We also want to provide an opportunity to sensitize the student community on multitude of gender sensitization topics to enable students to become active civic leaders in the community. We want to transform the student community as brand ambassadors of the society to empower the public safety matters. We want to integrate the civic education which is already imparted in your educational institutions, whether it is schools or colleges, along with the public safety to foster the classroom education on various elements of public safety and safety of the people who are around you. We want to involve you in action-based programs which are related to women's safety and children's safety. We want to facilitate the peer group learning with these particular activities. We want to create a positive impact on the local community when you yourself start acting as the change ambassadors for the community. We want to empower you through participatory approach, through process-oriented approach and non-judgmental approaches. I cannot say, I won't say, a girl is like this, a girl is like that, a boy is like this, a boy is like this. We will play on an equality and a gender-sensitive norms. As I say, in this aspect we are going to inaugurate with the help of our esteemed people who are present here, two important brochures today on this particular aspect where we want to empower you through participatory, process-oriented and non-judgmental approaches. We want to provide opportunities to make you think critically on the aspect of public safety, especially women and children in this part of the country. And we want you to solve the problems which are coming around you in a very logical way and not in a very judgmental way. We want to enhance your physical, mental, emotional and social well-being by formation of the public safety clubs with respect to women and children. We want to bring about involvement of all different stakeholders. Today you are seeing police department here, you are seeing a reputed NGO here, you are also seeing the education department here. In future we will be involving the health department, we will be involving the transport department and all the stakeholders who are around you along with the institutions. We want to bring about your appreciation and concern towards enabling the civil society to respond in a very positive way. There is an incident, suppose there is an incident around in your neighborhood. We don't want you to become very judgmental about you. We want to take up the issue, that particular issue without being a boy or a girl, in a way that it helps the entire society to respond in a particular manner where we can resolve the issue within the ambience of the law and the constitution of this particular country. We want, through public safety clubs, we want to provide opportunities for all of you to participate in activities like debates, music, arts, sports, reading, physical activities after the school hours as well as during your vacation with the initiative which you are going to take up, and it will not be from our side alone. And we will help you to optimize the utilization of idle school infrastructure. Probably there is certain infrastructure in your particular institutions which are not being put to use to the fullest extent, which will be put to use to the fullest extent by formation of public safety clubs. As it is already told, every year there will be enrollment of about 15 students from each year, excluding the final year. So 15, once they go out after the final year, they will go into some employment and they will become the brand ambassadors for the safety. This is what is a vision we have put up for the public safety clubs. We want to, through public safety club, make every campus of educational institution feel safe and secure at every point of time. We want to inculcate the art of self-defense among both the students, boys and girls, and stand up to such situations threatening their safety. Yesterday you would have seen one incident in New Delhi which has happened in a college where some rogue elements have done something to the girls who were in an inebriated condition. But do you know, the entire student community have stood up for those girls. That is a kind of culture we want to set up. We also want to train all of you in the elementary first aid in this particular aspect and raise up to face the emergent situations, whether it is traffic or health or the safety of the people around you. Finally, we want to spread the awareness of making the environment around you very safe for the future generations, that is you and the next generations followed by you. Thank you. With this is what, and the structure of how the club will be and all that will be known in future by all of you individually in each and every college. Today I request the chief guest, madam, and others who are on the stage to give us an opportunity for the inauguration of two posters today. One is on volunteerism, which is a culture of building safety in Telangana, and one poster which will be there with you, each one of you, where what a boy wants and what a girl wants. We request at least 6 boys and 6 girls to come up to the stage for the inauguration to join along with the guests.
बिल्कुल जा सकते थक्का मत मारो। కావాలంటే ఈ సైడ్ చెక్ చేసుకున్నాం ఎంట్రన్స్ బ్లాక్ అయితే ఎంట్రన్స్ ఎవరికి లేదు ఇక్కడ ఎవడ పడితే ఆడ వచ్చి చేస్తాడు దీన్ని తన్నేస్తాడు అనుకోవచ్చు అద తలకాయ పోటీ कैमरा खोल रहा था अरे
Thank you to the chief guest, Dr. Fleming, as well as Madam Srimati Swati Lakra and others to have inaugurated both the posters today. These words have come up from your hearts, from a boy and a girl. A girl says, I want to feel safe when I am in public spaces, especially while using the public transport. Is it true? Boys should say, I want to go for higher education and pursue my dreams and aspirations. I want to be a national sport champion. I want to have an equal right to live, thrive and feel safe in our community. I wish to be equal partner in growth and development of our community, state as well as for the nation. Yes, ma'am. The boy is saying, like me, she should have the freedom to move around in public spaces in day and night. Like me, she has all the rights to wear the clothes of her choice. Like me, she should be allowed for higher education and pursue her dreams and aspirations. Like me, she must also enjoy her youth and participate wherever she wants. Like me, she too has equal right to live, thrive and feel safe in our own community. It happens. When does it happen? Only when I feel as a boy that she is equal to me. Is it true? We want you to become ambassadors to say all this wherever you go.
अड्डम राखो टॉप एंगल चले उधर से झुक के जा
For the sake of all the students who are here, I would like to give a brief about Dr. Andrew Fleming. He became the Deputy High Commissioner to Andhra Pradesh and Telangana in July 2017. His role includes promoting business and trade between the UK and India's Telugu region and connecting with the people as well as the local issues. For example, Mr. Andrew participated in Swachh Bharat initiative to clean up Hyderabad and encouraged others to join. As head of Deputy High Commission, he has supported projects on community cohesion, interfaith, countering violence against women, human trafficking, child sexual abuse, fake news, and of course finally the youth empowerment, for which he is here today. I also would like to introduce, of course, who requires no introduction, Mrs. Swati Lakra IPS, IGP Telangana, who has been key in formation of she teams in the state of Telangana. And there is one more man over here, that is Mr. Santosh, Mr. Vikas Gora, who is the Deputy Director Save the Children. You should know about the organization which is also partnering with Women's Safety Wing. For the sake of this particular public safety clubs, Mr. Vikas Gora hails from the family of Gandhian social reforms. He is an international development, high performance leadership, child rights and humanitarian professional with national and international experience. He holds distinguished career of working and being advisor in the UN, the Planning Commission and organizations such as CRI, Care India and transnational corporations. And all of you need no introduction. The one who is popular among you, Mr. Ajay Singh, who is youngster by himself, founder of Lead Life Foundation. He works only with the youth, for the youth and through you. And he believes we need to reach out to the youth at the right time, ensuring their time and energy is used for the societal welfare. I thank all these dignitaries who are on the stage. And now I request Miss Sabrina Francis to come on to the stage. And they also have, as well as Mr. Suresh, they have an NGO, non-governmental organization by name Chindu. And moving on to this, Miss Sabrina Francis is going to interact with us on invisible gender abuse. Sabrina Francis and Suresh Kumar. Both of them have more than 15 years of experience in leading reflective learning processes and cultural action for the capacitation of leaders, managers, activists, artists, students, women survivors and children through the medium of art and theatre across the country. They jointly designed and directed several leadership, gender and theatre workshops for many individuals, communities and organizations. We have come up with a memorandum of understanding with Chindu, having seen their background and their performance for the Women's Safety Wing, to impart training to all the SHE teams across the state of Telangana to bring the gender sensitization among the SHE teams when we deal with the citizens. I request you to come up with the performance.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am, for the introduction. And while the stage is set up, I think we've been sitting for a long time, nearly 45 minutes.
Formal inauguration of public safety clubs in all the 5 institutions. We request the people on the dais. First, I request Director Sir to give a very small speech which is meaningful to every children. Madam Srimati Seshukumari, she has been pivotal in formation of various books on syllabi for the schools as well as colleges in Telangana. She is a dearth of knowledge. She is in fact a hub of knowledge by herself, and let us request her to give a small speech on the occasion.
Thank you, ma'am. Distinguished guest of the day, the British High Commissioner, Dr. Andrew Fleming, Madam Swati Lakran, Mrs. Sunti, and Vikas Goraji from Save the Children, and all the dignitaries on the dais. It will be a very short talk. I'm from the School Education Department. We have been working with the Police Department for the last 3 years. In fact, many departments and other state representatives they have expressed a kind of keen interest in Telangana because Telangana School Education Department perhaps is the only department in the country working very closely with the police. Our journey has been initiated in the year 2015 when the Telangana police have given commitment for women's safety in the state. The she teams were formed, Barosa was set up, and a lot of initiatives have been launched by the police department at the behest of the state government. We believe that we need to create a culture among the children at a very young age, both boys and girls, in terms of equity, respect towards each other. The entire textbooks of Telangana, school textbooks of Telangana have been subjected to gender scrutiny by the police department. This exercise has taken nearly 2 years, and we can proudly say that our school textbooks are gender neutral and do not show women or girl children in a very different light. This is a very unique experiment that we have worked with the police and achieved this. We have been associated in many projects with the police. We have trained our teachers in terms of school safety. The project is called Safe Schools. We have initiated 4 different segments in the Safe Schools program. One being violence against children, both physical and mental. The second one is child sexual abuse. The third one is substance abuse among the children. It could be alcoholism or drug usage. And the fourth one is safe internet usage. We believe that the school should be declared as safe in terms of these 4 aspects, that there's a need for awareness among the head teachers, teachers and the children. So as long as we put the right curriculum, the right training and the right talk amongst the schools, a generation of children would be created so that they talk about mutual respect, the power of 49 that we call respect for women. In fact, to recall what Gandhiji has said at the time of independence of this country, he's in fact went on board to say that India would achieve its real freedom when a single woman would walk alone in the midnight without being harmed. I think Telangana is working in that direction with a lot of concerted efforts with various departments, and this pilot launch of safety clubs in terms of public safety, traffic safety and also the neighborhood safety, which Mrs. Sumati has talked about. You being the change agents, I think the next generation of youth would take this flagship program of Government of Telangana forward. I wish you all the best and hope that more and more girls come into the STEM education. Today being February 11th is a day dedicated for women and children for their participation in STEM, that is the science, technology, engineering and mathematics for the coming decade. For the year 2030, the UN has given a call that more and more girls should be participating in these fields. Unless we give them the safety and security in the public spaces, in the colleges, in the institutions where research happens, this cannot be made possible. I once again congratulate the police department and the leadership of the dynamic IG safety, Mrs. Swati Lakra, who has initiated this program, and I hope all the colleges will have these safety clubs in place. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We all know you are all very energetic, and all this time we have entertained you, and coupled with the kind of message we wanted to deliver, what actually the public safety clubs would deliver at the end of the day. The ones you are all empowered by being a member of the club or volunteer of the club. Now I request Mr. Vivek from Save the Child to speak. Mr. Vikas.
Say, dignitaries from the dais and the energetic youth. It's lovely to see all of you here in large numbers. I think the spirit of solidarity to stand up for women and girls safety speaks out. So 5 colleges doesn't mean that we are going to stop here. This is just a beginning. It's a small step for a giant leap. Save the Children is the world's oldest child rights organization, and we have been working since 100 years in 120 countries around the world. One of our key motto is safety. Child protection and safety is the crux on which we work. And here, along with Telangana government and Telangana police, as well as the Department of School Education, we have a very important message that we want to put across, that you are, as youth, the harbingers of change. As we all know that youth are a majority in the world, and especially in India, I think your effort will definitely help in creating safe haven for women and children. We all also have seen in these skits, the kind of messaging that's going on is to create more awareness. Awareness for boys is extremely important, as I'm sure most of you boys who are here have got sisters as well as cousins who are women, mother. So ensuring safety is our responsibility. So safety begins with us and safety begins with me. The effort of the safety clubs is to inculcate a culture wherein constant discussions will happen, and those discussions are hovered around safety and well-being of children as well as women. We say school safety is from home to school, school to home. So it's our responsibility to protect. The safety club's primary motto is to create more eyes and ears on ground. So tomorrow you all are like citizen police. You are the one who is going to ensure that your neighborhood is safe, your schools and colleges are safe within as well as outside. This message I request you all to spread through your friend circle who are not here, as well as to the other colleges and schools wherein your family members are associated with. The whole effort is to moving from known to unknown. What we very well know is that girls and women need safety, and what is unknown is the various methods and tools that are there. And one such method and tool is Safety Club, which we have inaugurated it here today. It will only be a success if we together can make a difference. I once again thank Swati Lakra Garu, Sumti Garu, as well as the entire Telangana police, who have done an incredible job in actually roping in this very important effort, which is a need of the heart and hope for the future. I wish you all the best and the safety clubs a dynamic future. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And there was a man exactly maybe 125 years or more than that, about 1862. There was a man who made audience like you spellbound and who was very much here in Hyderabad. Can you guess who was he? He was none other than Swami Vivekananda, who was present in this college, and then he addressed all of us who were at that point of time. And that is the reason why we have selected this college, where we will be launching the public safety clubs, because he was the one who brought the movement among the youth that every person is like a leader, and please arouse what is the strength in you. So we take it, we capture right moment. I request all the youngsters to listen to what is being told here, because the persons who are speaking here, you may not listen their speeches again. I request one boy and a girl, please name yourself, and then they want to say what safety means.
Hello, very good afternoon to everybody here. Welcome to the Safety Club's inaugural, and myself, I am K. Sairam from Aurora Degree College.
My name is Monica. I am from Aurora Degree and PG College.
Let me start in Telugu. Actually, I want to give a speech in Telugu. So, అందరికీ నమస్కారం, అండ్ వేదిక మీద ఉన్న పెద్దలకి ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి అందరికీ నమస్కారం. ఇక్కడికి విచ్చేసిన ప్రతి ఒక్క మహిళకు మరియు విద్యార్థులకు ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి అందరికీ నా నమస్కారం చెప్తున్నాను. ముందుగా దేశం, నా దేశం భారతదేశం. భారతదేశంలో ప్రతి ఒక్క అమ్మాయిని, ప్రతి ఒక్క స్త్రీని దేవతగా పూజించాల్సిన దేశం. ఇంత ముందుకు ఎన్నో దేశాలు ఉన్నాయి, కానీ ఒక భారతదేశంలో మాత్రమే ఒక స్త్రీని దేవతగా పూజించగల పూజించబడాలి, పూజించే వారి యుద్ధములు. కానీ అదే అదే పరిణామం ఇప్పుడుందా? మనం ఇప్పుడుందా అంటే ఒక్క నిమిషం మనం ముందు కూర్చొని మనం ఈ దానికి సమాధానం ఇచ్చే అవకాశం కూడా లేకుండా అయిపోయింది. ఎందుకోసం? అందుకోసం మనకు ముఖ్యంగా భద్రత అంటే ఏంటి? ఒక అమ్మాయి బయటికి వచ్చినప్పుడు భద్రత అంటే పోలీసు వాళ్ళు మనం రక్షిస్తారు, పోలీసు వాళ్ళు మాత్రమే మనం రక్షిస్తారు అని అనుకుంటే కాదు. తను చుట్టూ సమాజంలో ఎక్కడుందో ప్రతి ఒక్కరిని అవగాహించగల శక్తి ఉండాలి. ఎందుకంటే పుస్తక జ్ఞానమే కాదు, ప్రపంచ జ్ఞానం కూడా ఉండాలి ఒక అమ్మాయికి. తనను ఒక పక్కన బస్ స్టాప్లో కానీ ఎక్కడైనా ఉన్నారంటే ఎవరైతే దృష్టితో ఎలాంటి దృష్టితో చూస్తున్నారో ఒక అవగాహన చెప్తున్నారు. ఇంకోటి రెండవది ఫ్యామిలీ. బెస్ట్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ కంటే ఫ్యామిలీ ఇస్ ద బెస్ట్ ఫ్రెండ్. ఏదైనా ప్రాబ్లం ఉంటే ఫ్యామిలీతో ఫస్ట్ డిస్కస్ చేయాలి. ఫ్యామిలీతో డిస్కస్ చేసిన తర్వాత నెక్స్ట్ ఏదైనా తీసుకోవచ్చు. అందుకోసం ఐ వాంట్ టు సే హియర్ దట్ ఇఫ్ దేర్ ఇస్ టు బి చేంజ్ ఇన్ ద వరల్డ్, దేర్ ఇస్ టు బి చేంజ్ ఇన్ ద కంట్రీ. ఇఫ్ దేర్ ఇస్ టు బి చేంజ్ ఇన్ ద కంట్రీ, దేర్ ఇస్ టు బి చేంజ్ ఇన్ ద స్టేట్. ఇఫ్ దేర్ ఇస్ టు బి చేంజ్ ఇన్ స్టేట్, దేర్ ఇస్ టు బి చేంజ్ ఇన్ ద డిస్ట్రిక్ట్. If there is to be change in the mandal, there is to be change in your hometown. If there is to be change in your hometown, there is to be change in your house. And if there is to be change in your house, the change must start from you. The mindset has to be changed from a man towards a woman. The woman shouldn't be seen only in a sexual objective. It has to be seen in a form of mother, sister, everyone. Every woman is there in your home. So think in that way, think in that perspective. You have every problem. And you have your safety club, you have your police department to take care of you. And I want to say every girl, you are in protected acts whenever you go, whatever the time, because all the safety measures taken by the Telangana Police Department. So be safe, go around yourself, but think once in your mind that you have to be very alert towards your surroundings and circumstances. That's all. There's no one. You have everyone to protect yourself. That's all. Go, you expose yourself, go, and you have to show your talent outside. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for having me. I'm delighted to be here. Now I want to share few things about safety. What does safety means to me? To me, safety means first and foremost must feel safe in public places. I must be able to use public transport even at night. There is enough street lights for us to commute in dark. I must enjoy walk these streets fearlessly because I live in a world where my parents don't have the same fear. Safety of women has become a major issue in India now. The crime rates against women in country have only been rising, even women of today. Women think twice before stepping out of the home, especially at night. Unfortunately, the sad reality of our country that lives in constant fear of their daughters. Not a day goes by here, you don't hear of news of crime of other against women in India. It is extremely painful to look at the status of women's safety in India, especially in country where women is treated as a goddess. Some of the major problems are acid attack, honor killing, financial abuse, modern slavery, discriminatory abuse and sexual abuse. In addition to these horrors, there are other types of hidden violence and abuse against women, such as physical abuse and domestic violence or abuse. Most of women are facing physical abuse in their personal life, but no one would tell about it. They feel shy when they want to tell about it. Everyone says that not my father, not my brother, not my husband. Then who are doing all this violence? Nothing to hide, it is a fact. The society should be changed. Thank you.
Thank you. We actually want the punchlines. It is a jam for you, for both of you. And next, yeah, well spoken. Next two can come. Yeah, three of you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Mustafa Badami with Mr. Ankit and Miss Sakshi from Badruka College. First and foremost, I would like to express my gratitude on behalf of Badruka College to have us in this wonderful project called Pilot Project. Thank you very much. Telangana Police and she teams. I want to hear it from everybody of you. Isn't this correct that Aaj Ki Nari is really Sab Pe Bhari? I need an answer. Aaj Ki Nari is Sab Pe Bhari. I can't hear you. Come on, be louder, Naris. You know the reason behind saying this line, Aaj Ki Nari Sab Pe Bhari, is Ms. Swati Lakra ma'am. Because what great initiative she did is wonderful. And I'm very sad to say this, that we must educate our men. We must educate our men. How many times we will stop girls to not to go outside or roam outside or be with friends? It's not possible. We must educate our men. First and foremost, that's the first responsibility of the society to make.
Okay. So over the years, we have seen a lot of distasteful incidents which have taken place in the lives of women. Now, latest of them being the Disha rape case. Now, whenever such an incident of such an incident takes place, the public, the general public of India, start berating the government, start berating the police. There are two questions in mind always. Police क्या कर रही थी? सो रहे थे क्या वो लोग? First of all, I want to ask the citizens, what were you doing? Can you think if you had raised your sons in a proper way, that incident would have never taken place in the first place? Incident would never have taken place. Now, we the students, we are the youth, we are the working force of our country. There is one thing we can do. Of course, we cannot change their mindsets, but we can bring about a change in ourselves. Now, I'm short on time. I'll give you 3 good measures. First, now we had seen a skit over here. There was a predator who was trying to make women feel uncomfortable. Now, men or women, if you are in the same bus, if you see any such predator who is trying to make a woman feel uncomfortable, raise your voice. If you raise your voice, the predator has no guts. He will run away. You have to raise your voice. Second thing, we saw the C-team number being projected on the projector. A lot of you know about the C-teams. A lot of women in my life know about the C-teams. But I don't see anybody having the number of C-teams on the speed dials. Most of the women are in the confidence कि मेरे साथ तो ऐसा होगा ही नहीं, ऐसा मैं निकलूंगी ही नहीं बारात को. Why should I have the C-teams number? I want all the youngsters present over here, go to your homes, educate your mothers, your sisters, your aunties, your female friends about the C-teams, about their role. Ensure that you save the C-team number and put it as a speed dial in their phones. Now, third thing, this especially to the boys over here. I want to say this as a boy to all the boys: respect consent. If the woman says no, it means no. Do not force her to anything. Now, having spoken about safety, I would like to dedicate a small Hindi quote to all the daughters, all the sisters, all my friends who are girls over here. I said friends who are girls over here, I did not say girlfriends. Okay, I'm sorry. It's a small Hindi quote. It's for it will show the importance of women in our lives. भारत की पहचान हो तुम, जम्मू की जान हो तुम, लोगों की अरमान हो तुम, दिल्ली का दिल हो तुम, और भारत का नाम हो तुम.
Point where we cannot take these measures anymore. We cannot just sit back and cover ourselves up because that does not end the problem. So as a woman, I would like to appeal that no women pleads to be protected by men. No women pleads to be protected by men. All we want is not to be harmed by men. So I would like to conclude by saying that please do not go out saying that we want to protect women. Just don't harm us, don't bother us, and there would be everything fine. Thank you.
Yeah, well spoken. And finally, Telangana ki Tiranga ho tum.
I am Vamshi Krishna from Jagriti Degree and PG. First of all, a very good morning to all the dignitaries
afternoon. My name is K. Vaishnavi from Jagrati Degree and PG College. So, we are very well known that India is very well known for customs and traditions of respecting women. Right? So, from ancient times, we are getting into it that women should be very particular about things. They should be very protective from the men, and whatever the circumstances were around us, we should be very clear cut about that. So, I want to say that women are in every sector, that in Olympics, sports, in government sector, and even in the defense of our country, like army. So, by recent facts, what we have come from that. For recent facts, women are literally abused by the men, and she is literally
We are living in a country where 50% of our population are still living under terror and fear regarding a girl stepping out to reach her goals. I strongly believe a saying that prevention is better than cure. That means a woman has to be well trained with her self-defense methods in these days. And also, other side, education can also change much more in the world.
The previous one they have said that we should educate the men. I am saying that educate men, but learn them that they should give the values for the relationships first. If we give values for the relationship, no need of these differences and the education, the motiveness for the men and the women. So first thing, let them know the values of the relations, who is sister, who is mother, and the girl. So that's it, we want to end up with this. Thank you for giving this such opportunity. We are very glad for that. Thank you, safety.
Well done. Now I request Ajay, Lead Life, the partner in safety with us, to speak few words.
Good afternoon, guys. I want your voice, please. So are we ready with the safety clubs? How is the safety clubs works for you? You know, for whom these safety clubs are? For us, yeah, for our family, for our sisters, and for our parents, everyone is not safe nowadays. But I clearly, age of 16, I started my volunteering with working with the different colleges and all. So today I work with all the throughout India, but I feel safe in Telangana. Why? 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 I want a louder, please. Why? Because the police department started a she team. There are n number of cases when I was working with the students relevant to the women or anything, you know. There are a lot of students getting into drugs and different. I was blind at that point. What to do, what not to do, I don't know. But the point, I feel today I am safe with my volunteers. Are we safe, guys? I want your voice, please. But I will not talk much because my leaders like Swati Lakra madam and Sumati madam are here. So please, I would hand over the mic to them. So once again, please a round of applause for all the police department of Telangana and the state police, please.
Now I request Srimati Swati Lakra, IPS, IGP Women Safety, to address the gathering on this occasion of formal inauguration of public safety clubs as a pilot project in 5 institutions in Hyderabad city.
Good afternoon, everyone. Respected Chief Guest of the day, Dr. Andrew Fleming, Deputy High Commissioner of Britain for Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, our DIG Women Safety Wing, Sumati Garu, our Madam Sheshukumari Garu from the Education Department, Vikas Garu from Save the Child, Ajay from Lead Life Foundation, Ms. Nalini from the British Deputy High Commission Office, all our dear college students who are present here from Indira Priyadarshini College, Bhadruka College, Aurora Degree College, Shreyas Institute of Engineering and Technology, Jagrati Degree and PG College, some of the other colleges also who are here. I would also like to acknowledge the Chindu team, the Sirumuva artists who performed brilliantly over here, and all my media and print media and electronic media friends, and all of you present here today at the SVIT Engineering College Auditorium. A very warm welcome to all of you. Today has been a kind of a history that we are going to have from you. This SVIT College, the Swami Vivekananda Institute of Technology, is today creating history, and as Sumati also had said, that Swami Vivekananda did speak from this college. And what did he say? A long time back, he had said once, Swami Vivekananda, that the best thermometer for the progress of a nation is its treatment of its women. And what better way to start off this volunteering program, this safety club for women and girls, from this podium, from this dais. And first of all, I would like to congratulate all you students who have come forward for volunteering to ensure that your neighborhood, your colleges are safe and secure. I have always felt that 80 to 90% of boys and men are good. Are you there with me, boys? Yes! They are good. Or it's only the 10% who are not like that. Are you on that 80 to 90% or are you in that 10%? 80 to 90%. Thank you for that. And that is why, what do we do with these 10 to 15% of boys and men? We have to change them. And who can change them? You can change them. You are the change makers. You are the future of the country. You have the energy to change all that. And I have all the confidence that you can do it. Are you there with me on that? Yes. Today itself we saw the performances, brilliant performances. We saw the brilliant speeches that some of the boys and girls made today. They have vowed to ensure that the public spaces, the spaces that you as boys and girls travel are safe. And you as boys will have female friends, you as boys will have sisters, you as boys will have mothers, and so many of your relatives who will be ladies. I think it is not a question of only girls' problem that we have to face this. It is the problem of the society. We have to come together. This club, all of you, I want you all to volunteer. Many of you have volunteered. We will try and select the best out of you, and it will not be, only those 45 persons. We will also request others also, even if you are not selected, to come forward and volunteer for other works. But let me tell you, this kind of volunteerism will go a long way. We are starting from your colleges. It will go across Telangana, and who knows, it will go across the country also. But it has to start from you. And if you are willing, it can happen. And mind you, you can change everything. And not only you, but you will do it not only for yourself and your college, but for your neighborhood and whoever you come into contact with. We will have the volunteer programs. We have chalked out very strict standard operating procedures of selection, then of orientation, of what kind of training that will be imparted to all of you. We will also be giving you at the end of the year some certificates and badges so that you will be empowered in your little world to change the place. Boond boond se sagar banta hai. Don't you believe in that? Your little effort can go a long way. Let us all work together and ensure that our college, our neighborhood, our Hyderabad, our Telangana is free from any kind of, harassment for women. And I'm so glad that all of you, both boys and girls, have come together to support us, to serve you better. And I promise from our side, we are always with you. Please ensure that you become a bridge between your college, your clubs, and us in the police department. We in the Women Safety Wing in Telangana Police are always there for you. And please feel free to come and approach us. We have a lot of initiatives that have been taken up by the Telangana Police, including what Sumati also had said, please now, the She Team's WhatsApp number, the Hawkeye mobile application, the 100 dial. Please keep in mind that we are always there for you. And I wish all of you all the very best. Please do come down, volunteer for this service, and God bless all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. It was, in fact, hope all of us have understood very well, and all of you will be the first change makers for the state of Telangana. So it is a great opportunity. At the same time, each one of you, if you have to be a change maker, as madam has said, we need to have and shoulder the greater responsibility of being methodical, being very motivational, and also taking up the task in a consistent manner over a period of 1 year to become an eligible volunteer for your institution, for your family, for your neighborhood, as well as for the state of Telangana. Now I request Dr. Andrew Fleming, the chief guest of the day, to give his address to all of us.
Sapaka Namaskaramu. So many wise things have been said. So many of the things I actually wanted to say have been said happily just by my sister, Swati Lakra, who does such wonderful work, and also by, even more importantly, some of the young people who got up. It's not easy to speak to a hall with so many people when you're young. At least it wasn't for me. But everyone who spoke, every one of these young people gives me hope. I'm sure gives everybody here hope for the future. I want to talk about three things in particular. The first one that hasn't been perhaps addressed so much relates to volunteering, why we should volunteer. I'm not going to speak particularly about women's safety and all, because this has been covered a lot. I will tell you my story quite briefly, and how volunteering changed my life. So, why would you want to volunteer in the first place? You know, in this modern world, there's nothing for nothing. Only do something if someone's going to do a favor for you back. It's not like that at all. But sadly, there are many people who think exactly that way. I don't believe that's the majority of people, but there are people that have that attitude. Sometimes, if I'm very honest, even our parents. You know, I quarrel with my wife all the time. I want to take my children out to pick up rubbish. Because, why? Because a lot of parents in Hyderabad will not let their children go and do this kind of volunteering work. They say, it's not good not good for you, you may hurt yourself, you may catch a disease, many different excuses. By taking my children and being part of Swash Bharat, so we have managed to get other children out following and doing the same thing. This is the important thing. So if anybody tells you there's a barrier to volunteering, be it a parent, be it a friend, or be it anyone else, you don't listen to them. Listen to my story will convince you we must go and volunteer. Okay. The first time that I volunteered was when I was 15. You see, I had dyslexia and dyspraxia, which are two neurodiverse conditions, and I grew up with those undiagnosed. Never anybody understood why I was different to other kids. I got bullied and all. I have so much respect for this girl from Shillong that set up her anti-bullying app. I think that's fantastic. I wish we had all this technology back when I was 8 or 9 and got beaten up every day. Also, if you have dyspraxia, you can't fight back. So even if I'd gone to learn martial arts, I can't, people say I can't punch my way out of paper bag. You know, so not everybody even has that ability, which is one of the reasons why you have to be vigilant about others around you. Not everyone can do what you may be able to do, or others may be able to learn to do. But anyway, slightly I digress. I want to say that I've never been diagnosed with this dyslexia, dyspraxia, and all my young life it gave me so many challenges. I'm not going to go into all the details because I'll be here for another 2 hours, but what I want to tell you is that when I was 11, somebody came out of the blue that wanted to help me. Somebody trained in special education who gave up her valuable time to help me. And she helped me for 4 years. And definitely, she changed my life. Because until I had her help, nobody, and I mean nobody, including me, could read anything that I wrote. If you can imagine that. Now I'm here in a job where the ability to write is critical. But the other thing that had the fundamental impact on my life was actually the volunteering. I volunteered to help this person that helped me when I was 15 because I had been given the ability to write. She wanted me to help children that couldn't read. And I helped children that couldn't read for 1 year. And honestly, it helped me. It gave me confidence, it gave me self-esteem. And it helped the children because I saw how they improved, I saw how their grades improved, and I felt very good about that. And so when, the following year when I was 16, I went to her again and I said, look, I helped you last year, this year I want to help you more, what can I do? She said, see, I have 2 boys here. They've just come as refugees from a country called Vietnam, where they had been expelled. And they spoke no English. She said, can you teach them English? I said, if you help me, direct me, I will do it. And I spent 1 year teaching these 2 boys English. And through doing so, I made friends with their family and friends with some of their community, and after 1 year their English was quite good. We kept in touch for another year or 2. They moved away to another part of London. I lived in the south, they moved to the north. And over time we lost contact, but I heard they went to university. Both of them graduated in university, and both of them had success in their different careers. Now 18 years later, I got a phone call. So by now I was 30 something, I guess, and they said, oh, we're going back to Vietnam for our family reunification. We want you to come with us. So of course, I took the opportunity to go with them to Vietnam, and I traveled with them there for around 5 weeks. It just happened I had to leave to take 5 weeks off, and while I was in Vietnam, can you imagine what happened to me? I met my wife. And so this would never have happened had I not volunteered and given that time. This is my point about volunteering. Whether it can end up in that way, and it's appropriate, isn't it, because it's Valentine's week this week. Whether it can end up that you meet your life partner, whether it can end up you get a better opportunity for a job, whether you have better evidence on your CV when you go for higher education. All of these reasons are reasons why volunteering can help you. So please, please, this is something that you really should consider. And anybody who tells you volunteering is a waste of time, will tell them my story. Secondly, why care about girls' safety? We've said a lot, but I'll repeat a few things. When we talk about safety, there are different risks and different challenges for boys and girls, as has been pointed out today. Actually, we should be concerned about the safety of all. When it comes to girls' safety, there are special considerations. Girls, for example, can be vulnerable to eve teasing, and worse things might stem from that. What some people may call harmless fun is anything but fun. Let me be clear. If your behaviour towards someone else makes them feel uncomfortable in any way at all, then that behaviour is not okay. Not okay at all. And we all have the right to walk the streets without being followed, without being called names, without being stared at. There are the kind of actions that girls alone or in small groups are disproportionately at risk of, and this is not acceptable. And the impact, we haven't spoken much about the impact, but the impact can be very serious. It can affect self-esteem. It can affect confidence. Ultimately, the willingness of the girl to leave the safety of her home, and this in turn can impact on their studies and other aspects of their lives. And in the most extreme cases, people even take their life as a result of this kind of behaviour. I know people from my younger life that did that, and that's unacceptable. So, with my sister Swati Ma'am and all our wonderful colleagues and associates who have made Honourable Chief Minister's vision of She Teams a reality, I say a big congratulations, because it's been a big deterrent to the eve teasing and other antisocial behaviours towards women and girls that we do see in Hyderabad. Hyderabad is surely one of the safest metros in the country, and She Team models are being replicated all across India, just as one day I hope that we'll see the safety clubs replicated in the same way. But it's not enough. The She Teams cannot be everywhere, and they certainly cannot be in your college corridors. They certainly cannot be permanently sat outside your house just in case you want to go out for a walk. And this is why the role of youth in addressing girls' safety, both in their institution as well as in their neighbourhoods and wider communities, is so important. So the ultimate front line for girls' security and safety must rest with you, must rest with the community in your education facility, the community in which you are circulating, and in almost every day, the vast majority of youth are the majority in those communities. Young people like you. How many times, please listen and put your hands up in answer to my question. How many times have you been an observer to a situation that you thought was not okay, but said or did nothing? And I don't believe nobody. Come on. How many times have you witnessed something and you thought, oh, this isn't right, but you haven't done anything? Put your hands up.
How many times have you been an observer to a situation that you thought was not okay but said nothing? You should be honest.
Honest. Honest. Even me. Maybe because you were not confident to challenge the behavior. Maybe because you were scared of the consequences for you. Maybe because you feared for your own safety. And it's okay to put your hand up. There's no shame in putting your hand up. And looking back, I have certainly been guilty on this, even if it is as a perpetual victim of bullying myself, out of sheer relief that on that particular occasion I was not the victim. But you never feel good afterwards. If you are a good person, Swati ma'am said 90% of boys are good. In fact, I think the number is probably even a little bit higher than that. I hope so. But there are some bad. If you are a good person and you know what is right and wrong, you can never feel good if you do nothing. And the options that you have were explored in that wonderful drama we saw earlier. I love the interactive drama. I used to use it to educate about human trafficking when I worked in West Africa. And it's such a powerful medium. You can get on the phone. You can try to ignore the individual and just cut them off. You can seek assistance from other people around you for help. And there are many other things that you can do. But you should never do nothing. And again, being part of this group, active in this movement, so you will have more idea and more empowerment about what to do and how to do it and why it needs to be done. So what if it's a culture where people all around reject certain behaviors? Won't that make things even better? If everybody says no, if everybody says stop, if everybody says don't do that, I don't like to see this behavior. Surely our schools, our education facilities, our communities will all be better places. If we have sisters, we can feel more at ease also for them. But actually, it's a much happier environment to be in if we can all do that together. And I know that everybody in this room can join that and do that. So, I hope after this wonderful 2 hours together, you will feel confident, you will feel empowered, and you will feel ready to volunteer and become engaged in this latest one of many great initiatives from the Telangana State Women's Security Team. Thank you very much.
It was in fact very wonderfully said, and we are so thankful that we got a volunteer who himself has set an example for himself, has shown that volunteer can change for himself and the community. Thank you, sir. And finally, I request IGP ma'am to give a memento on the occasion to Dr. Fleming. I request Madam to give the memento also to Mr. Vikas, to Dr. Manjulata, Dr. Seshu Kumari.
Hello.
Ma'am, there are one more pair of children who want to speak. Please come forward. It should be just. I request Harini to come and Rekha, who have sponsored us and who have supported us in the program.
ఉపాధ్యాయులందరికీ నా యొక్క ఉమెన్ సేఫ్టీ తరఫున నమస్కారాలు. ఈరోజు ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి ముఖ్య అతిథిగా విచ్చేసిన ఆండ్రూ ఫ్లెమింగ్, బ్రిటిష్ డిప్యూటీ హై కమిషనర్ టు ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ అండ్ తెలంగాణ హైదరాబాద్ గారికి వారు టైం కేటాయించి వారి యొక్క వాల్యుబుల్ స్పీచ్ ఇచ్చినందుకు ఉమెన్ సేఫ్టీ వింగ్ వారికి ప్రత్యేక ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తున్నాం. అదేవిధంగా శ్రీమతి స్వాతి లక్ర ఐపీఎస్, ఇన్స్పెక్టర్ జనరల్ ఆఫ్ పోలీస్, ఉమెన్ సేఫ్టీ వింగ్ తెలంగాణ గారికి ప్రత్యేకమైన ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తున్నాము. అదేవిధంగా శ్రీమతి పి సుమతి ఐపీఎస్, డిప్యూటీ ఇన్స్పెక్టర్ జనరల్ ఆఫ్ పోలీస్, ఉమెన్ సేఫ్టీ వింగ్ తెలంగాణ స్టేట్ గారికి కూడా మా ఉమెన్ సేఫ్టీ వింగ్ తరఫున ప్రత్యేక